What's up, guys? Welcome to Vintage Genetics on a second Christmas day. Yes, yesterday was the 25th of December, first Christmas day. And this, at least in the Netherlands, is a second Christmas day. Let me know if that's the same case in your country, whether you have two Christmas days as well. It's pretty special, pretty commercial, I think. But anyway, yesterday I did some legs after a Christmas brunch, which gave me an incredible pump. And now I'm going to do a chest workout before the Christmas dinner. So yeah, on Christmas Day, both days, in this case, I'm working out. And in the Netherlands, all the gyms are closed, at least until January 14th. So they are literally closed. There's a petition going on that to make it an essential sport, basically, to do fitness, because me personally, being a professional bodybuilder, I'm still allowed to train regardless, because professional athletes are allowed to keep training, but no one else is. I don't agree with it, obviously, but what can you do about it except for, sign a petition to make it an essential branch in the country. Anyway, I just took my pre-workout. Let me show you what that's about. Okay, guys, so I took this pre-workout, and let me actually show you how big that scoop is. So look at that. Look at the size of this scoop. Now, if you compare this, for example, this is a regular tablespoon. You can see how large the scoop is. It almost fits 30 grams of powder in here. And if you actually look at the supplement facts, you could see that one scoop is 28 grams. Then you know that it's a very high quality pre-workout, because look, these are actually the clinical dosages that will actually work, like L-citrulline being at 6 grams, for example. And yes, there is some creatine in here, but very easily explainable. Because creatine, if you take it pre or intra workout, the contraction of the muscle, the contractile tissue, helps push creatine into the muscle cell, which is where you can actually use it. So I used to put creatine in my breakfast, but now I'm doing it in my pre-workout and intra workout as well. So this is actually the new unfinished line by Jacked Factory, as well as, for example, this isolate. And the unfinished line means that there are new flavors and also slightly different, well, this is not slightly different, quite some different ingredients and scoop sizes. And here the taste is different as well. Vanilla oatmeal cookie instead of a vanilla flavor, for example, tastes incredible. But we will also do an intra-workout shake. So I have one shaker and two shakers. So I have two in the one workout, so at around 2 liters. One is going in my intra-workout. Of course, a scoop of EAA per shaker. So that's about 20 grams of EAAs in total. Let's see. We also have Hydra Surge. 1 scoop of Hydra Surge. Now, what is this? This has essential electrolytes and like coconut powder, for example. It says here, electrolytes to hydrate yourself during the workout. There's also some Himalayan pink salt in here, but on top of that, I put some sort of this pure Himalayan pink salt, so 2 grinds per shaker cup. I also put in acetyl L-carnitine. This actually helps a lot, whether you are in a cutting phase or a lean bulking phase. When you're in a cutting phase, this helps you assimilate, or burn fatty acids. But when you are in a lean bulking state, it actually helps sensitize your anabolic pathways as well for growth. So this is simply something you can take all year round. And what I do, this is capsules. So I break open 2 capsules and just put in the powder, 1 capsule in there and 1 in there. And just like creatine, the contractile tissue, the contractions of your muscles help push this into the muscle cell where it can be utilized to do its job. So that is basically going to be my intra workout shake. And then we're going to train chest. All right, guys, first movement is going to be the chest press. So I have 3 different chest rotations. One time I start with the 45-degree incline bench press, the other time the 15-degree incline bench press, all on the strict machine, and the other rotation is this one when starting out with the chest press. So let's get it going. Now, as you can see right there, not a lot of weight is being used. So this is a second set. I'm going to do a lot of warm-up sets because it's 0 degrees Celsius outside. This is a big hall and the temperature here isn't much higher. So yeah, warm-ups are very important. Warm as much as possible, especially during the first movement. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to be adding 20 kilos, 25 kilos on each side per set until we reach the working set number 1. And we're going to do 2 working sets for each movement. So let's go. And by the way, these plates by ATX are pretty awesome. Very thin, so you can stack a lot of plates on a machine like this because this feels relatively light. So the blue ones are 20 kilos, the red ones are 25. And I actually got quite a lot of them. But the bomber plates, for example, as you can see right there, are way thicker. So they are like 4 to 5 times as thick. So if you have these plates, you can do a lot more with them and stack them a lot better. And the clanging of the metal sounds much more awesome as well when you're doing squats or a bench press, for example. So whenever you're wondering whether to make the workout a high rep or high volume workout or not, you know, if you go low volume, like 6 reps, you must go a lot heavier, but also put a lot more strain on the tendons and connective tissue. I feel a little bit of something in my right chest. I've been feeling that for a while. So what I'm not doing is risking it with a higher weight. I'm actually lowering my working set weight, but upping the reps to still provide a muscle building stimulus without having to go so heavy and without having to risk anything tearing off. That's the last thing we want. So this will be the first working set. As many reps as we can do. High volume, guys. Let's get a nice pump. Okay, time for the second working set. I decreased the weight by 20 kilos. I just don't feel like I'm gonna be doing heavy weights today. High reps and sometimes switching from medium volume to higher volume sets will give you a novel stimulus. Well, actually, if you're not used to it, it'll always provide a novel stimulus, and that is what is required for muscle growth. So switching it around every now and then can't hurt. Just make sure that you log it in your logbook so you know when you hit that high volume set the next time, you know exactly what weight to beat and which reps to beat. So let's give this one a shot. Okay, the next movement will be the Sprint Machine flat bench press. Again, warming up with a light weight, 10 kilos on each side, so it's about 40 kilos I'm lifting now. Just getting used to the movement and incrementing the weight upwards until we hit the working set, which again will be around 15 to 20 plus reps. Let's do this. Warm up number 2. Okay guys, time for the first working set, only 110 kilos, so it's not a whole lot, but I'm gonna do at least 20 reps, if not more. I really feel like this is going to be a great pump workout, but still hitting failure with, below the 30 rep range will still create muscle growth. So let's do this with correct form, full range of motion, let the bar hit the chest, feel the stretch, and don't lock out at the top, and you will have a great exercise for building the chest. Let's do this. Okay guys, this is 10 kilos lighter, so I'm gonna attempt at least more reps than the previous set to make it working set number 2 / the back off set, because back off means back off the amount of weight used, and yeah, then we get a very, very nice pump. So let's give it a shot once more. Okay, there was, I believe, 2 or 3 reps more. That's a nice pump, guys. That feels lactic acidly good. Look at that. The pump is getting there. Really happy that, how many weeks has it been since the Olympia? Like 2.5 months? Nah, 1.5 months? No, 2.5 months? I don't even know. Anyway, I'm happy that the striations are still here during Christmas after the Olympia. As of right now, still 1 more year until the next Olympia will begin. And I'm very excited for that one because this year will be the best year so far. Anyway, this exercise is going to be the incline dumbbell press. Look at this incline here, very narrow. I mean, not steep incline at all, so about maybe 15 degrees or so. That's enough to stimulate the upper chest more compared to a flat dumbbell press, for example. So let's grab some light dumbbells, warm up first, and progress once more. I'm now going to try 50 kilos for 20 reps. Not sure if I'm going to be able to do it, because I've never really done a 20 plus rep set on dumbbell press, the incline version at least. So let's give it a shot and see how far we can go. Well, that was 16 reps, I believe, or 17? 16 and a half? Still about 15, so it's still technically a high rep set, but now I do know I need to go lower, like 45 kilos for the backup set. So as you saw, only hit like 1 or 2 more reps there. So one reason was that I didn't take enough rest in between the first set and the second working set. So for a lot of people, of course you want to keep the pump, maintain the pump. But what's even more important is that you shouldn't have any limiting factor except for the muscle, the mechanical failure, mechanical tension, basically giving up before anything else, because that's what's going to be driving hypertrophy the most. So for example, if you do a working set and you're still breathing heavily, that means there's not enough oxygen available yet to give it your all during the second working set. As you can hear me right now, I'm breathing heavy. My heart rate is above 100, it's 105, and that all tells me that right now I wouldn't be ready for another working set, because it's not the muscle that would give up first. It's either still the lactic acid that's still in here, or the oxygen demand, or something else except the muscle filling itself that'll give up, and that would be a shame, because if I would have waited 1 more minute, I could have probably done 2 or 3 more reps, making it a more qualitative set for muscle growth. So yeah, the only downfall, the workout will take longer, because sometimes, especially on a leg day, you have to wait 5 minutes before you feel ready in between the first working set of squats and the second working set. So that's a sacrifice that you would have to give if you want to, give it your all and get the maximum effectiveness out of your workouts. You simply have to take your rest, take your time to get the most out of each and every working set. Okay, the pump is nicely there. That's what I like to see. So the next one is going to be the cable flies. Now, I was just talking about that the workout takes more time than you might want to, but you can also make it shorter a little bit by not doing the warm-ups and the later exercises. For example, here we're doing the cable flies. It doesn't require a warm-up because you already warmed up, as you can see, all the muscles involved. So all you have to do is go straight to your working set weight and crank out as many reps as you can. Repeat that twice and the cable flies are done. Okay, next one as always, the side lateral dumbbell raises. Just going to do 2 sets, both to failure. The first set will not be any reps beyond failure, but the second set will be. We're using a unilateral alternating style of doing these sets. So let me show you what it's about. That's all I do twice a week for the side delts. All I do. So in theory, it's possible to create capped delts, of course, after having trained for many years and using advanced supplementation. But I've never really done any separate shoulder workout, so the muscle can't just magically appear. So 2 quality sets twice a week for the side delts. If you feel like, you're wasting a day by doing a shoulder workout and you want to improve the side delts, make sure to always consistently do the side delts, high reps, high volume, lactic acid buildup, and you will create potentially complete delts. Now let's have some simple but effective tricep movements. Honestly, there aren't that many tricep or bicep movements for that matter that you need to do to create fully developed muscles. Only do the ones that feel great. They provide a great mind-muscle connection, but also get a good pump, and you can also progressively overload with. For me, one of them is this one, the rope pushdown. So we're gonna do this, warm up once, and then do 2 working sets. By the way, this is right now my current shape, so I'm pretty pleased with how I'm looking. The lean bulk hasn't officially begun yet. This has pretty much been a maintenance phase from the Olympia up until now. But I have to say, strength has been increasing incrementally very nicely. But starting in January, the true off-season will begin. And we probably, I don't know if you can maintain this leanness, but we'll see. We're gonna grow, we're gonna get stronger, and we're gonna get bigger, that's for sure. So this is my current shape right now. Time for the first working set. Let's do it. That's a drop set. Now the triceps are very pumped up, and now we're going to do an overhead movement to stretch out the triceps again for a maximum stimulus at the stretch, because stretch under load, that's what creates the most muscle. Okay guys, next one is going to be the overhead tricep extension with the same rope attachment we just used. We're not going to do any warm-ups, not necessary, straight into the working set. set number 2, the last one of the day. Okay guys, that was the workout of today. Chest, side delts, triceps, second Christmas day, as I mentioned at the beginning. Post-workout will be the unfinished protein isolate shake with some cream of rice and some strawberries and 10 grams of dark chocolate. That's pretty much my standard post-workout meal. And check out Jacked Factory and use code Wesley for 20% off any of those supplements. Plus, don't forget to check out vintagegenetics.com for all your clothing from the 70s, the 80s, oversized clothing, stringers like this, the jogger I'm wearing, and a lot more. Thanks for your incredible support, and don't forget to stay cool.